NFL draft is 30 days away. Teams are making their final player evaluations and deciding who's going to be on that draft board as a potential prospect to bring in on that big day. In this video, I'm going to give you the most accurate NFL mock draft out right now because it's what I do, man. I know this draft stuff. And we're starting right now. What's up, everybody? It's Aaron Duncan here with the Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk. You guys already know what it is. This is a channel we might not tell you what you want to hear, but we're definitely going to tell you what you need to hear. On this channel, I give you recap and analysis of the best division in the NFL, the NFC South, along with other news and breakdowns from around the whole NFL league. So if you want to see more videos about the Panthers, the Bucks, the Saints, the Falcons, or any other team, whatever your team is, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below and give this video a thumbs up. And before you guys even go in and take me out, this Browns gear I got on, I just found this at some thrift store. I'm not a Browns fan. I just thought it was fitting since they have 2 of the top 10 picks in the NFL. So I thought I would get in my spirit and put this on. Maybe I can give them some good luck. Who knows? But hey, real quick, let me know who you think the Browns are going to take number 1. Do they go quarterback, running back, DN? What are they gonna do, man? They got to get these picks right. They're making a lot of moves in free agency, but I want to know who they're gonna get in the draft. Let me know who you think below. So without further ado, let's get into these picks. With the first pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Saquon Barkley, running back, Penn State. I think it's pretty well established this guy's the best player in the draft, and with a quarterback class that nobody's really separated themselves. I know there's a lot of Darnold hype, but when you have a quarterback already in place that can win some games, and a lot of these quarterbacks are tightly knit, you got to go with the best player available. There's going to be another quarterback that falls in your lap at pick number 4, so I think Saquon Barkley is the pick to make. With the number 2 pick in the NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Bradley Chubb, defensive end, North Carolina State. So I know a lot of people think that the Giants will pick Saquon Barkley if the Browns go quarterback. However, I think that's the very reason that the Browns will pick Barkley instead. They don't want to lose him. The Giants, they don't really need a quarterback per se. I think Eli Manning has another 2 to 3 years, but they did just get rid of JPP. Bradley Chubb can step in and take that defensive end spot, pair him up with Olivier Vernon, and they could be a dynamic duo coming off that edge. So I think, Dave Gettleman, the GM, he likes to build the team from up front with offensive line and defensive line. So Bradley Chubb seems like a very good pick. With the number 3 pick in the NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Sam Darnold, quarterback out of USC. So the Jets, they traded up to the top 3 because they wanted a quarterback. You know they weren't trading up there for no reason. They traded up to put some pressure on other teams. Yeah, they have Teddy Bridgewater, but his future is kind of in turmoil because of that knee injury he's coming off of. They gave him a kind of a prove-it contract. And yes, they have veteran Josh McCown there. Great situation to usher in the quarterback. They've already made some moves to put weapons on offense on the outside. So I like to see Sam Darnold go here and get his shot. I'm not a fan of Darnold myself, but the hype train is real since his pro day where he threw in the rain. So I just think the hype is there and people are going to jump on him. We'll see what happens, but it is what it is. With the number 4 pick in the NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Josh Rosen, quarterback, UCLA. To me, Josh Rosen is the best quarterback in this class. He looks pro-ready. He throws the ball with ease. The knocks on him are retarded to me. Like, I don't know why. The Browns know they need a quarterback so they can get a young guy. The knocks on him about not being liked by teammates and not being coachable and he blah, blah, blah. Football doesn't matter to him because he has an opinion about everything and he comes for money. Like, whenever they're questioning off-the-field stuff that has nothing to do with the law or trouble, you know, like, you're legit. They're just going to pick out little stuff about you. So I like Rosen here, man. He's polished. He looks natural throwing that football. I like him going to Cleveland. With the 5th pick in the NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Denzel Ward, cornerback, Ohio State. With Denver letting go of Aqib Talib, they got to pick up somebody with corner. They picked up the option on Chris Harris Jr. They already have Roby still on the roster too. But you know these guys like to add depth to their secondary like they've always had. And I think Denzel Ward is the best corner in this draft. Yes, they need help on the offensive line up front, but defense won them that championship the year they had it. So I expect John Elway to be able to shore that up with Denzel Ward being picked. With the 6th pick in the NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Quentin Nelson, guard out of Notre Dame. I mean, this is an easy pick. The Colts need help up front, or Andrew Luck's not going to last another 2 years in the NFL because he takes a beating year in and year out. They definitely need a lot of help in a lot of different spots, but I hope they build it the right way with offensive line. Like I said, protect that investment they have at quarterback. Quentin Nelson is the best lineman in the draft, so I think it'll be a no-brainer. With the number 7 pick in the NFL draft, the NFC South's own Tampa Bay Buccaneers select safety Minkah Fitzpatrick from the University of Alabama. It's pretty simple here. The Bucs have the worst pass defense in the league. They have the least amount of sacks in the league. You can blame that on the secondary and the defensive lineman up front. If you can't get a pass rush, your corners have to guard for forever. But if you can't guard anybody, the quarterback can make a completion before the D-line can get there. Minkah Fitzpatrick is versatile. He'll be a young guy. They have Brent Grimes at corner, who's going to be retiring soon. He's playing beyond his years right now, but Minkah Fitzpatrick is versatile. He's well coached. He's going to come in and be a playmaker that they need there to help shore up that secondary. With the 8th pick in NFL draft, the Chicago Bears select linebacker Tremaine Edwards out of Virginia Tech. The Bears have already shown they make moves to help shore up that first-round pick Mitch Trubisky from last year and get him some help by signing Allen Robinson. So it's time to go defense. It's been a while since they had a staple player in the middle like Brian Urlacher again, so I think Tremaine Edwards can be that guy that can play 10, 11, 12 years in the NFL, shore up that middle. He's good size, good length. He's sideline to sideline fast. I think he's just the type of person that will be able to reincarnate the monsters of the Midway. So I like Tremaine Edwards here. With the number 9th pick in the NFL draft, the San Francisco 49ers select safety Derwin James out of Florida State University. John Lynch has been pretty smart in his early career as a GM in drafts, pulling off the huge heights last year with the Bears and getting all those picks just because they wanted Mitch Trubisky when the 49ers didn't want a quarterback anyway. So I expect him to be smart here. The team does need wide receiver, O-line, and pass rush, but John Lynch being smart, I don't see him reaching for anybody. He may even trade back, but I don't see him reaching. Derwin James will be the best guy available. They lost Eric Reed to free agency. They didn't lose him. They let him go. He's still out there. Anyway, that's another story. But Derwin James has been the best defender at Florida State for the past 2 or 3 seasons. I expect him to be a great star in the NFL, adding to that DBU, like they like to say. With the 10th pick in the NFL draft, the Oakland Raiders select Roquan Smith, linebacker out of Georgia. The Raiders have done some work getting some offensive weapons in, like Jordy Nelson, even though they let Crabtree go. However, this is too high for them to go corner again. I know last year they had the least amount of interceptions by corners in the league, but with Fitzpatrick, Derwin James, and Denzel Ward already gone, I don't see them reaching. They also need linebacker help. Roquan Smith, he's undersized, but not too many people are better sideline to sideline in this draft of running and go get it. He's one of those players that's just going to fly around and make plays. Put him in the middle. Put Khalil Mack. You can even blitz him also with Khalil Mack. So we'll see what happens, but I like Roquan Smith in this spot for the Raiders. And of course, since this is an NFC South channel, I got to skip all the way down to number 24 to the Carolina Panthers. So with their 24th pick in the draft, I see them taking Justin Reed, safety out of Stanford. Many Panthers fans would probably rather see them take Eric Reed, the big brother who's established and already showed that he can make plays. But the whole anthem protest thing probably has something to do with him not being signed. Who knows? Jerry Richardson probably said something about that. That's a whole nother story. But I like Eric Reed. I like Justin Reed. I like Eric Reed too. But I like Justin Reed. The more and more I watch him, the more I like him. He's a little bit smaller and leaner than Eric Reed. He's not really a big, heavy hitter. He's more of a playmaker. He's like the alter ego of his brother, honestly, because Eric Reed's more of a hard hitter, run stopper. Justin Reed can do it all. He ran a 4.4 at the combine. He spent a lot of time in the nickel and the slot. Actually spent more time in the nickel and the slot than he did at any other position. He covered the safety. He played some corner. He was in the box. He's a little bit lean, but I like his ball skills. The Panthers, they didn't have a lot of interceptions from their corners either in their defensive back. So I like him to be in there to help make plays. I like Justin Reed in this spot. With the 26th pick in the NFL draft, the Atlanta Falcons will select Daron Payne, defensive tackle out of the University of Alabama. So Dontario Poe heading up I-85 up to Charlotte to join the Carolina Panthers. This leaves a void in the middle of that defensive line for the Falcons. Dan Quinn, he likes that rotational style pass rush. Daron Payne is used to that also, coming from Alabama where they're usually 6, 7, 8 linemen deep anyway. This guy's going to be a problem on the inside. So I like the skill set he has bringing to the table. Put it on the board. And with the 27th pick in the NFL draft, the New Orleans Saints will select Hayden Hurst, tight end out of the University of South Carolina. I know the Saints have been meeting with a bunch of quarterbacks like Jackson and Baker Mayfield, but unless they completely slip all the way down to 27 in the draft, I don't see them getting that, or they have to move up to get them if they really want them. I know they need a predecessor for Drew Brees, but they may have to wait till later round, or even wait till next year, or even wait till free agency. Who knows? But they also need a playmaker on the outside and the inside that can complement Michael Thomas. I wouldn't be surprised for them to go Christian Kirk or DJ Moore if they're there. However, Hayden Hurst is the best tight end in the draft. He's huge. He has a ton of upside because he hasn't been playing football that long. He's super athletic. South Carolina gave him the ball on end rounds, wildcats. They gave him a lot of screens. He's great after the catch. And Sean Payton has a knack for using tight ends in his offense and getting them open and creating some stuff. His offense has been able to maximize talents of some scrub tight ends and even make good tight ends look amazing, i.e. Jimmy Graham. Hayden Hurst is going to be that new big toy in the middle for his little old Drew Brees to be able to throw some pop passes to, throw some tight end screens, some tight end in the rounds like we see them do. I like this pick going here. He's versatile, and that's what Sean Payton loves. So there it is, guys. My top 10 mock draft plus the NFC South picks. You guys let me know how you feel about my picks. Am I crazy? Am I wild? Also, do not forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you next time.